Move that sign.
We're back. Date night live. D'Angelo, we have seen the dates progress.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the activities that are occurring right now, though.
Okay.
First off, we got to talk about the fact that a date is happening, but a proposal is happening tonight.
Proposal is happening. I feel like I'm even more nervous than he is.
Are you? I mean, there's not a lot happening. You can kind of feel the tension in the air. What would you do to kind of like ease that? Like, I don't know if you've ever gotten that far with your dates, because Mr. Serial First Dater, have you gotten to the point where you would ever think that, oh, maybe I just kind of want to maybe propose to this girl tonight?
No, not close.
No,
not even close.
Okay.
Maybe I would see a girl one day and I would propose to her, but after a couple of days, I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm good.
Yeah.
But no, that's as far as I've gotten.
Okay.
Yeah, just first date.
Well, they've gotten as far as New York. They've come all the way from DC, so fingers crossed. We hope for the best for these two right here.
Yeah.
But let's move it along, because our couple who are local here, Desiree and Gino, they are on one activity of a date.
Yeah.
They're making pizzas.
Making pizza.
Pizzas?
Yeah. Nah, man. No, I don't like it.
You wouldn't do that?
I don't like it.
Why not?
Like, first dates for me, like, just drinks.
Yeah?
You know, something smooth, like something chill, something quick.
Yeah.
Like, because if you don't like the person, like, why would you have to stay in, you gotta make a whole pizza. You gotta do this. You gotta do this the whole time, and you don't even like the person.
No, listen, I like doing activities because then that gives you a little bit of something extra to talk about and do. I prefer something that's a bit more fitness oriented. Like, let's go bike riding. We'll go for a walk on the beach, or something that like you can talk about and like do something a bit more.
I like the bike riding.
You like the bike riding?
Because if you don't like them, once again, you just leave.
Do you have the drinks before you go on the bike? Is the question.
That's dope.
That's dope?
That's a dope first date.
That's dope. I want to see what
date.
y'all think about that, though, because would you do drinks before you get on the bike, or would you do one or the other?
And then you really find out if they're bae or not, because if you get arrested and they go with you, that's the one you want to be with.
They're literally your ride or die.
Yeah, that's
on the
your ride or die. You know what I mean?
We're going to keep it going along, though, because there's so many things that are happening in these dates right now. We're learning a little bit more about the couples. We just got introduced to another one. Who was it? Alexandria and Matt?
Yeah, in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, or Mark it is. Mark? Matt.
Mark?
It's our man, it's the bald guy. The guy with the glasses. I love this couple already, though, because she threw such a curveball. And she was like, oh, yeah, I might know a little bit more about you than you know about you.
Yeah,
because she's a little psychic.
That's a little...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's like psychic. I want to say another word starts with...
I know what it is, because we made signs here. Here's what it is.
Yeah.
Is it creepy or is it cute if you're psychic? I'm going to go with, it's a little creepy, but it's cute that she said it in the beginning of the date.
Yeah, that's absolutely creepy.
It's creepy?
Like, you shouldn't know more about me than I know about
That's true,
you.
but this guy seems kind of okay with it. He's like been around. He was very open about his previous relationship, so.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, but it's like... Nah, like, don't tell me that. Even if you really do know more about me than I know about me, don't tell me.
Oh, okay. Well, but when someone tells you something weird, you kind of have to keep engaged anyways, right?
Yeah.
Or would you call someone out on that?
No, I won't call him out. I'll just, I'll sit across the table and I'll just give him the,
Yeah.
just the, okay.
The real polite nod that says, I'm kind of interested, but also move it along.
Yeah, like I won't, I won't kill it entirely, but I'll add it to the list. Like, okay, that's a red flag right there.
Yeah,
you get 3 red flags and then.
And then that's the moment when D'Angelo drinks another drink, right?
And that's when I'll have another drink. Yeah. I'm not an alcoholic, by the way, guys, but.
No, but it might pair well with a pizza, kind of like Desiree.
Oh yeah,
and Gino.
yeah. Alcohol and pizza go perfect.
Listen, I want to go back to this though, because you said you didn't want to do an activity with someone and you would rather just get to know them and talk to them. Is there any activity you would absolutely say no to doing?
First date.
Yeah. Would you jump out of a plane?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
So,
that's an absolutely not. All right, I think we're back, right?
Are we all back?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do it back. We're back. We'll be back in a bit. We're back then. Our
guys?
dates are still in progress. Date Night Liver. D'Angelo.
What's up?
We had some crazy stuff happen during that segment.
Yeah. You want to talk about it first?
Alexandria and Matt. She is a medium.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about ghosts, but also, guess what? We talked a little bit about their compatibility. Matt's a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn.
You're a Capricorn?
Yeah. Do you know what signifies Capricorns when it comes to dates?
Tell me, because go ahead.
Well, the first thing that usually comes up is that they're good in bed. And I'm just saying that out of...
I thought that was a Cancer thing.
No, that's what I read.
No?
I read it on the internet. If y'all are Capricorn, give it a shout out. Let me
What's
know
up talking
how
about
y'all
Cancers
do.
out there, okay? I'm just saying.
Listen, I just read it, but I can also back it up, too.
Oh.
Yeah. I just...
Do tell. Or maybe
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know about that. Capricorns are also very stubborn and controlling, and they work hard. But when they love hard.
They love hard.
Have you ever been on a date with a Capricorn?
I have.
You have?
Yeah, one of my first girlfriends was a Capricorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that obviously worked out fantastic since she's no longer in the picture.
I mean, she was good.
Yeah.
She was really good. She was nice. I feel like that was maybe more me than her.
Okay.
But, I mean, she was... Everything you just said about Capricorns,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think that holds true.
It's
for
pretty
sure.
true. Yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
You said you're a Cancer?
I'm a Cancer.
Okay.
But I don't really agree with like horoscopes.
No, you don't?
I don't. Yeah, and that's funny that you mentioned that because that comes up in first dates all the time.
Yeah, it's evident with the date that we're watching right now with Alexandria
like,
and Matt.
Women, I don't know about any of you guys out there, but like women always ask me, "What's your sign?"
Yeah.
And like I feel like girls act like it's like the gospel or something.
Well,
like
it's pretty true. They're fairly accurate. I mean, if you look at the signs and you kind of look at what it all signifies, I can't really disagree with it. Because I'm going back to that one. Capricorns are good in bed.
But like, I feel like if that were true, people would like hire based upon your horoscope.
I guess so.
But
well, listen, there's truth to be told in all of this, but there's also a lot of truth that came out with our other daters, Sherry and Sean.
Yeah.
My girl Sherry just dropped a bomb on Sean, and she was like, "You're gonna get all of me, and here's what it is." Yeah. She's done drugs and sold them and whatever. Is that a deal breaker for you?
First of all, yeah.
It is.
I'll have to.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I have to say it's a deal breaker.
It's a deal breaker.
Like
I'm just gonna say it's a don't do drugs.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Like, well, what drugs?
No, I'm interested now. Please tell me more.
Yeah, like I feel like that would be a deal breaker for me, just because I feel like there are a lot of paths one might could have gone down. But I'm not judging though.
If there's some honesty on it, like she brought it up and she was like, "This is me, and I'm being honest about the things that I've done." So she was willing to kind of shed a little bit of herself to get to know this guy a bit better. Yeah. But is that something that you should just shy away from on a first date? Is that like a little bit too much of yourself to share?
I feel like it's too soon for a first date. Way too soon. Like let me get to know you first, because if you just tell me like, I've done drugs and I sold drugs too. Yeah. I'm like, I'm scared. So
you're going out the door. Listen, I don't think it's too much too soon, because she's like, listen, you're gonna love me or you're gonna leave me, and here it is. Yeah. And she just got it out of the way now, so it doesn't come up.
I'll tell you what though, I really do like her for being bold enough and honest enough to say that on the first date. Yeah. Yeah, like for sure.
I feel like he kind of picked it up pretty good too, and he was like, listen, I'm gonna roll with this.
Not too. Yeah. I'm not too sure about his reaction though. Yeah. I feel like he was trying to be nice, but in the back of his head, he's like, "What the hell?"
It kind of. It was like, I'm not sure about that. Listen, we're here. We're watching Date Night Live. This is Date Night Live, where we're just weighing in on all the things you maybe should or shouldn't do during a first date. I'm Hannah Rad. This is D'Angelo.
I'm D'Angelo.
Listen, you can always check the show out on Lifetime. Dates are in progress, live right now. We're in New York. We're in Atlanta. We're in Dallas. The daters are, I think they're having a good time.
I'm having a hell of a good time.
Are you?
Yeah. I hope everybody out there is having a good time too.
That's right.
Please.
And listen, big things popping. Literally, a question is going to be popped. Check it out. Progress. Here. Proposal. Date Night Live. Let's put this up. S2. Date night live, very live right now. Our dates are progressing in all cities across the country.
Yes.
I want to talk about Alexandria and Madigan because what's happened now is we got on the topic of threesomes.
Yes.
And what I need to know
fun
from
topic,
you,
a very fun topic.
is it a fun topic? Are you the pro on this?
I'm not a pro. In case my mom is watching.
You want to whisper it in my ear? He's the pro.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Okay, well, not even that you're the pro on it, but is it necessarily something that you would bring up on a first date? Or if someone posed that question to you, is it like, would it catch you off guard?
One, I would never bring that up on a first date.
Okay.
If she brought it up on the first date, it would catch me off guard, but then my mind would go other places. It wouldn't be like, I kind of want to get to know this girl. It's like, I want to get to know her, maybe just enough to see, if she wants to do it. You know what I mean? It's, I'm not thinking wholesome.
Okay.
Church going girl.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah,
Did you want to
Matthew
introduce to your mother?
10:18, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's not where I want to go with this one. But
okay.
But I'd be open to finishing the first date though.
Right.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a good topic of conversation. You're kind of sharing a little bit about you and about the things that you want and don't want.
Right.
But we'll see how that kind of plays out with that.
What about you? What's your take on a threesome? Threesome talk on the first
threesome
date.
Talk, I think that's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I think it can be a good icebreaker too, especially if you kind of hit a stall in the conversation.
Yeah.
Just to kind of spice it up a little bit. You throw a curveball, there's an awkward pause or silence, then why not at least try something if everything up until that point hasn't worked yet?
I hear you.
Yeah? Y'all had threesomes? I want to see in the comments. Yeah? What do you think like the window of opportunity is to have threesomes?
In terms of how long one should wait to ask or to partake?
Well, yeah, I suppose asking. 'Cause you might want to ask before you just kind of jump into something.
I guess you're right on that one. But I think you want to wait at least. You want to have a good amount of dates in. I would say at least 8 dates. 8 dates?
No.
Hey guys, I'm wholesome.
He's a good guy. If you're not gonna do it on the first date, I'll give it like 2 or 3 dates.
But you haven't even had sex yet. Well, maybe you have.
You don't know about it.
I mean, that's another topic entirely.
Listen, there's one thing you're asking about it, you're talking about it, or you're actually just doing it. So
I feel like if you're not going to talk about it, I mean, if you're not going to do it, then don't talk about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you're not going to talk about it, then you might as well just do it. No, these dates they're going really well so far though. But I want to go back to Desiree and Gino because they're the ones making the pizzas, and things seem to be going a lot better for Desiree, and she's way happier than the first time she was on a date because she has a guy who seems to be a little bit more devoted to her. But can we talk about the pizza gloves because they were kind of slipping and sliding all around, and I know they were trying to be a little cute with it, but
you can't be cute with plastic gloves. No, you can't be cute. You can't be cute making pizza.
What do you think about getting a little messy like that though on a date?
I don't want to get messy.
No.
On the first, yeah,
I kind of be all suave.
Not like that. It's just like I kind of want to see all of you. I don't want to see no ancillary gloves.
Angela wants to see
extra,
more skin
skin
on the hands.
Nice skin and lotion on the hands is what I like to see, and not pizza dust and crust all over the place. That's just me though.
Okay.
But
he's keeping it clean and tidy.
Yeah, keep it clean. I think that's a great date, but just not the first date.
Okay. Well, pizza's an interesting choice for a first date because it can kind of be kind of casual, but the activity of it kind of brings a little bit more intimacy in it as well.
Yes.
A lot of people always say, like, don't eat spaghetti on a first date. I would never eat spaghetti on a first date because it's so messy.
Yeah.
Is there something that you would opt to go for or not when you're on a first date in terms of a meal?
First date, something like, I mean, you can never go wrong with a salad. I mean, that you want to make sure nothing's in your teeth.
Right.
But I prefer not to have a full-on entree or meal on the first date. Yeah, I kind of want to just like talk more. Okay. And get to know you more as opposed to like eating.
Listen,
I love to eat.
I'm in it for the food. Lobster, I love seafood. Let me know what y'all like to eat on a first date down in the comments. You're watching Date Night Live. Liver. I'm Hannah Rad. This is D'Angelo, and we're back to the dates. We'll catch y'all in a little bit.
Peace.
All right, let's do this, guys. Date night live. Our dates are, I think, going pretty well.
They're getting a lot better. Like they're warming up.
They're warming up. We're warming up so much that Sherry shared a little secret about getting married at a very young age.
I had no idea.
No.
And clearly he had no idea.
No, not at all. Listen, 15 years old is really young. I know the guy that I was dating when I was 15, I would barely let him hold my hand. We never kissed. And maybe now that's why I date women. No, tell me a little bit about someone who you were with at 15. Like, they stayed together for so long and then they got married. Would you have gotten married then?
Absolutely not. The person I was dating at 15, we're not even Facebook friends.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? So like, there's no way we would be married.
Yeah, it seems like a literal lifetime ago where it's like I couldn't even fathom being with someone for that long or getting married to that person down the line as well too. I don't think anyone really knows someone that well from that young of an age to kind of determine that eventually we're gonna get married.
You miss out on so much. You know what I mean? That's like
sure.
And like even right now, like she was married, or not married at 15, but she was with the same person from 15 to 27, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like now she shouldn't even be like really looking to date anyone.
No.
Like not seriously. Like she should be like hanging out.
Yeah.
Having
I
fun
wonder
and
if
going to
after
Vegas.
being in such like a long-term relationship like that there's like a set number of years or days or months, whatever, to kind of take a break before you get back into it again.
Right. Yeah.
I do want to go back to Harpreet and Ganita because they keep talking about the first date that they ever had, and it's like they keep getting stuck in this rut. So we'll leave that to them. But I want to ask you, tell me about a first date that you had that was just memorable, whether that's good or bad. I want to know what this guy's first date technique is like.
Oh man, my first date, a memorable first date for me. There was a girl that I met.
Yeah.
Through let's just say through a friend. And she wasn't really opening up to me. Well, she was boring. Yeah, she was boring.
To put it bluntly.
Yeah, she was boring. And I was like, hey, let's go up to this rooftop, nice place. Let's have a few drinks. As we're walking up to the rooftop, I see something fall on the floor.
Okay.
And just me being playful, I was like, hey, you dropped your earmuffs. It was cold outside.
Yeah.
And then she looks at me and her eyes get big. And then she's like, grabs the back of her head. And I look down and it's her ponytail.
Oh.
It's her ponytail. Okay. Like, I was like, what the hell is going on here? You know what I mean? And so at that point, I'm like, hey, let's just get more drinks. Let's like have a good time.
You didn't just end the date right there.
I did. See, I'm not that much of an asshole, okay? I did go through with the rest of the date, but we didn't. Let's put it like this: she didn't get a second call.
Yeah, that's like the alternate to being a panty dropper. D'Angelo's a ponytail dropper.
Yeah,
that's wild. I never. Something like that. I got one for you. So I was on a date with a guy right after I first moved to New York, and I didn't have a lot of money. Coming here, hustling, struggling. He took me out to a nice dinner. I was like, okay, free meal. And then I looked at him. I was like, I have no money to get home, and I really don't want to take the train this late at night.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, do you want to come back to my place? And we got in a taxi. And once I got out the door, I was like, all right, see you later, bye. Thanks for the ride home. So I think I'm the bad first dater.
Ruthless right here, ruthless. That's Hannah Rad.
Ruthless and truthful though. I will admit to it when it comes to
Put it like
that.
this, I respect the hustle.
All right.
Respect it.
See,
You get props on that one.
I'm financially responsible. Maybe not so responsible in love when it comes to that first date, and then that guy was never heard from again.
You know what though? I think for a woman to do that, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
If a guy was to do it, that's not.
No,
cool. There's a double standard there, but it's allowed.
I don't know that it's a double standard because I honestly would say that I would never do that again or take it to that level because I was being a bit selfish with that one.
I mean, you're more mature now. That was,
Sure. Am I? Am I? He said that with a wink in his eyes if I'm not the most mature now.
Yeah.
You're watching Date Night Live. I'm Hannah Rad. This is my buddy D'Angelo. We're talking first dates and all the do's, don'ts, goods and bads of it all. You can watch Date Night Live over on Lifetime. Dates are in progress right now. Go check it out. We'll be back in a bit.
Be back.
Date Night Live Liver. I am Hannah Rad, and this is
D'Angelo.
I almost forgot your name.
Back again.
Sean.
God.
I think there's someone actually in the comments who's chiming in.
Yeah,
and
so
they're spreading truth.
Let's set the record straight here, okay? Christian Atkins. Yes, he is my cousin, but he did not teach me how to put on a condom, okay? It was just a balloon from Chuck E. Cheese. So, let's get back to it. Let's get back to the show.
Everything's worked out perfectly for you since then. If he taught you how to put on the condom, though, you wouldn't end up with kids, which that's the topic of conversation now. Alexandria just dropped the bomb and was like, okay, kids. And just like served that right up for Matt.
Yeah, that's a huge don't.
Yeah.
It was a very forceful, like, do you have kids or do you want kids?
Yeah.
Like, don't ask me that.
No.
That's not a first date question.
I feel like maybe you could kind of get to that point if you're kind of feeling the vibe off of someone.
Yeah.
But it's a really big topic for a first date.
Yeah, that's a huge topic. I would say stay away from that entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you say?
Yeah, I would probably wait a couple of days because you're still trying to learn someone what they like to eat, what they're wearing. Those are like very basic things. So I mean, I don't necessarily know that I would talk about the kids that quickly.
Yeah, I think that's a down the line thing. You gotta get some dates in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, she was very like she wanted to continue the conversation with it, and he tried to kind of dodge it.
Yeah.
So what do you think would be the good way to get around a question that you didn't want to answer from your date? Without making them feel bad about it.
That's always a tough. Without making them feel bad, I would just say I don't know.
No.
I honestly don't know. I would have to just be like, next question.
Next question?
Yeah, like.
No, I'd be like, yeah. Oh, do you want dessert now?
Yeah,
and just kind of keep the date moving along.
Yeah, I don't want to answer questions about kids.
No, not particularly.
No.
All right, but we've had dates they're going pretty well.
Dates are going very well.
I want to talk about Skylar and Johnny because they are just no longer. Our little girl looking for love in Alaska is no longer.
He was way too old for her though. He was 34, 35, and she was 21, right?
But that's kind of being an ageist. So people of a younger age can have like an elder mindset, and they can kind of, connect with someone.
But like there are huge gaps.
Yeah.
Like 21 to 34.
Yeah, but the way that he was acting, he kind of acted like a 21-year-old at certain times too. Guys do tend to mature a little slower than women.
I'm not going to disagree with you there.
Okay,
I won't disagree.
All right.
I will not disagree there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like 21, she should stick within the, 21 to 27, 8 range.
Maybe.
You know
I mean, I gotta give her props though because she was not afraid to say what was on her mind.
She was not afraid. And I honestly feel like she was catching him off guard more than he was catching her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, sorry guys. Sorry it didn't work out.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Maybe next time on Date Night Live.
Yeah. Let's bring it back to something that maybe you shouldn't talk about. And I'm gonna just say this is a don't. Don't do it on the first date. Don't talk about exes. Is it too soon on a first date to talk about exes, you think?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Now I don't want to get into the whole spiel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm interested as to why you're single.
You want to know the history.
Especially if like, why is this beautiful woman like single?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I want to know kind of not necessarily what happened, but was it her? Was it him?
Yeah.
And then also can like see her reaction in terms of like if she's still like loves the guy or likes the guy. You know what I
feel like you're trying to be really polite about it, and he just wants to know how many people the girl has smashed in the past year. We're gonna be back.
You let us know. What would you do?
More over on Date Night Live on Lifetime, and we'll be back.
Peace.
Yes. Congratulations,
congrats.
Harpreet and Ganita. The proposal went off without a hitch.
Yes, the DC couple.
Not a whole lot of emotion there, but she said yes. So
congratulations,
happy
guys.
news for the couple. Let's talk though about our Skittles-loving sapiosexual, Lindsay. Yes. First off, never heard the term sapiosexual before. You have?
I have.
Oh, you have? Why?
Can I tell you where though?
Yeah,
True story?
Yeah.
Tinder is good for some things.
Are you serious?
Yeah. When I first saw it on Tinder, I was like, what is a sapiosexual?
Right.
And then I had to learn the other side of the game. I had to figure out what it was. I need to become a sapiosexual? Like, what is it? And then it's someone who's like aroused
interested in the mind.
Yeah, intellect.
Yeah. Is that something for you that are you more attracted to someone with the mind or the body? Because she actually was talking a lot about bodies.
She was.
Before we get to your answer, because I got an answer for this too. Let us know in the comments as well too. Are you more attracted to someone's intellect or to their physique? What does it for you?
Well, initially, it's the body, of course. Like that's what gets you in the door. Okay. You know what I mean? It's like that's what you see.
But what gets you in the pants?
The intellect, for sure.
Yeah. A little bit of both.
Yeah, you have to be smart, for sure. Like no dummies, man. Like if we're going to be serious about this, and like I can't take someone who's not intellectually sound home. Right. You know what I mean? I can't showcase her to a friend. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like for me, like there has to be a connection. Like I have to vibe with someone in a way that we can have a conversation and not just be, oogling on one another's bodies. Although that's fun too. Yeah.
I feel like you can tell like relatively early, like that person's on your wavelength, intellectual, like,
Yeah, I guess so. I feel you. But what was she was talking a lot about the physique and how there are no ugly people in the world, and everyone's got a little bit of something pretty to share with them. When you are on a date with a girl, are you looking to compliment them or find something in them that you can say, "Oh, you're so pretty," or "This is such an attractive quality," and you're like, are you dishing out a ton of compliments, or are you looking to kind of have a dialogue as opposed to you just spouting off beautiful words to her?
Definitely dialogue first.
Okay.
And in between the dialogue, you can give out a few compliments.
You just drop one right here.
Yeah, who doesn't like
a
compliment?
Over here.
Who doesn't like compliment?
Yeah. Like, what about when you get a compliment though? What do you say?
I blush, man.
Do you say, "Oh, girl, I feel so good"?
I'm a little light in the cheeks, so I turn red relatively easily. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, thanks.
You did blush a little bit just as soon as we started talking about it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I blush a little bit, but I mean, who doesn't like a compliment?
Right.
What's something that you like to hear?
I don't though, because sometimes when people compliment me, I feel like they're overdoing it, and I'll shut it down. I'll be like, no. Like, "Oh, you're so pretty." Nah, I'm not. Like,
so
I would
you
rather
don't want to
not
hear that you're pretty?
No, I mean, I think it's nice, but I would rather like talk a little bit deeper about things. So I suppose I'm a sapiosexual. I didn't know that. I learned a little something about myself tonight. Yeah. Thanks, Lindsay. But yeah, the intellect is very important for me.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah?
Yes. I don't... This is better if I say intellect's important, but it's not everything.
Yeah. It's not everything. It can be everything, but not all of it.
The intellect is 80% of the game.
Okay.
And physicality is like...
Yeah.
80% of the game.
Right. He's just doing math for us now. Listen. This is something what I want to say. Hell no to doing math on your first date. You get that one for that. We have some comments on the YouTube page right here. People were chiming in with us as well too. So let's ask what else you should know rather than asking about kids. Yes. You should know someone's credit score. This is coming from the comments. You should know their credit score. You should know a little bit more about them before you actually ask about the kids, right? Siblings, favorite food?
Siblings.
Yeah.
Favorite foods, colors, credit score, no. That's a no. No, I don't need.
That's a hell no. That's a hell no. Yeah. I would like to know about siblings just because you can kind of get the sense of how they interact with others and what they're like in a group dynamic.
That's very
Favorite
true.
food, of course, because that's a second date. But the dates are back right now. Here, this is Date Night Live.
All right, guys.
And we got dates over on Lifetime. Dates in progress. Keep it live.
We'll be back. Stay tuned.
Date Night Live liver. And we're on here a little bit longer than 17 days. Oh, you want some more room? Yeah, come on over, man.
There we go.
17 days.
Yeah.
That's the quickest marriage that I might have ever heard of.
Yeah.
If someone divulged that information to you on a first date, hey guys, I've been married and it only lasted 17 days. That was our girl Lindsay, the sapiosexual.
Yeah.
If someone kind of gave you that information, what do you respond to that?
It's like the little cartoons, like
I have like no words for that. It's just like
like 17 days, and like before you told me that, you said you were a sapiosexual,
right?
But you were married for 17 days.
So she's just dishing out nuggets of information that he's just not picking up on. Yeah.
And now like the red flag's going up the pole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's worrisome.
Yeah, there was also her backing up against him, and he did not pick up on the hints that she was dropping. She's like, "Let me show you a move that happens. You can do the touch and stay, the touch and go," and that's fine because she's offering a little bit of more information about what she likes.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really seem too into it. I guess.
As far as I'm concerned, if she wants to do that on like the first date, I would be all
you would do
for
it? Yeah,
I'd be like, you know.
But would you like be smart enough to pick up on that? Like if like a girl was like, "Hey, D'Angelo, this is the touch and stay."
We're getting close.
And then we're
gonna get pretty close.
You're too smooth like that.
Yeah. No, it's just like I feel like if like once the body language starts, you have to look at body language too. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Okay. All right. I feel like you're pretty good at picking up on the body language though. Let's talk about Sean. Remembering Sherry's name, he kind of pulled a really slick move and hit Mom up on the text and was like, "Hey, Mom, call me." Yeah, you can.
I was worried about Sean for a minute. I was really worried about him.
Yeah.
He came through like a champ. That was masterful, bro. Like Sean, when we come back, I'm gonna have a T-shirt that says Sean.
Yeah, Team
I probably
Sean.
Won't. Don't hold me to that because I probably won't. But if I could, I would, bro.
Yeah,
that was nice.
What I want to know is from all of y'all if you actually thought Sean's move was pretty slick or not. If you see it from the opposite end, Sherry might be seeing this down the line like, oh, he kind of got me with that one. And so it's crazy. Listen, I actually have a friend who was on a date and she made it to the third date and the guy didn't remember her name by the third date. And what he did was he asked her how to spell it because her name is Rachel and he was like, well, you know, some spell it with an A-E-L, some spell it with an E-L. And she knew right away. I was like, that was like too much of a no-brainer.
It's terrible if you don't remember a girl's name or a guy's name. That's terrible.
Yeah.
But you're smart if you can figure out how to get it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think
I tip my hat to that. I tip my hat to that.
But what he also did was he alluded to the fact that he is a mama's boy and that Mom would call mid-date and he'd be willing to offer the phone over. So it kind of worked both ways.
How do you feel about mama's boys?
Mama's boys are all right.
Or mama's
whatever. But I need someone like a little bit more disattached from their mother. Yeah. I mean, and a strong, independent mind is always great. I love to see the sense of family with someone when they say, yes, I'm close to my mom, but if you classify it as like mama's boy, mama's girl, whatever, it just kind of makes that individual seem a bit less mature.
I love my I love my mom to pieces, but like I think there's a point we got to draw the line in terms of you know, you can't like drop everything.
No.
You know,
not
like,
other ones. No.
You can't do that. Like, there's a certain point where you can't.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
I get it.
Well, Alexandria and Matt still have the date going as well too. Things are getting like a little bit heated there. Like she's very forceful with her answers, but he's kind of firing back as well too. They were talking about the kids earlier, which was kind of wild. Yeah. But now they're talking about fetishes, which she's just laying it all out on the table early on in this first date.
I'm worried, guys. I'm really worried.
Yeah.
I'm worried for him. Like I think he should get out of Dodge now.
I don't know about that because he asked for a second date. I'm worried about what fetishes she's gonna instill on him.
Yeah.
So we're gonna find out in just a little bit. Friend zone or fetishes here on Date Night Live and Date Night Live Liver, and then we will be back in a bit.
Peace.
So our dates are coming to a close, D'Angelo.
I'm a little sad, to be perfectly honest with you.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you sad?
Because I just want to see more and more dates.
Oh, you want to see more?
Like,
I want to see less and less of the cheek kiss, the hard pass that happened. I think we saw two really great examples of how to and to not end a date. Lindsay did not like what she felt in Beau's pants, and I'm certain that Beau did not like the cheek that was given as
the
he tried to kiss her.
She gave him the Heisman.
Yeah. Has it happened to you before? You went in for the kiss and just.
Yeah, it has happened to me before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's happened to every guy.
Really?
I feel like I would hope so.
Yeah.
If you want to get enough kisses in there, it's bound to happen at some point.
It's never happened to me. 100% success rate.
Baller right here. Yeah.
But then our other couple, Gino and Desiree.
Yeah.
Holding hands, dancing by the moonlight.
They surprised me the most. Like, because their date started off a little shaky, a little awkward, a little bit, but like they bloomed. They blossomed into something nice. I mean, for sure they'll go on a second date.
Yeah. Sure. We're super happy for her, though, because the first date that she was on did not end well.
Open relationship.
She left the guy because she was like, no, I want a one man kind of girl, one woman kind of thing going on. But let's talk a little bit about Alexandria and Matt, because their date ended as well, too, with maybe a second date, maybe not, maybe friends. There's a whole lot of confusion there, and for someone who's a psychic, she sure didn't know what was happening.
I'm going to stand by what I said before. Matt, get out of there, bro. Please, get out of there. I'm gonna find a way to get you my cell number. Like, I'm worried about you, man. Like, get out of there, please. Yeah, she's way too strong on the first date.
She's very pushy. She's very aggressive. There was some drinks flowing, and I think Matt kind of just wanted to get out of the environment and talk to her a little bit more. Yeah. But she's not really certain as to what's happening.
She keeps asking about the friend zone, right? Oh, you're friend zoning me. Like, she's asking him for a second date. He's saying, I want to talk to you more. Give me your cell number. He's not saying, for sure, a second date. Right. A guy knows for a fact if he wants to take a girl out on a second date.
That's true.
So he's saying, hey, he wants to get out of there alive. So he's saying, give me your phone number. I'll talk to you.
So that's the way to do it, yeah? Like, so that's how you end a date? What's the good way to end a date if things are not maybe going so well? Like, how do you end it? Do you just like a handshake and all right, well, we'll see you later? Or what do you do?
If it's not going well, the best way to end it is to act like things went perfect.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You like, it was great meeting you. You give a hug and then you get the hell out.
Don't like totally kill their confidence, right?
That's it.
Yeah, but it could give them the wrong impression, because then they could be waiting for you and be like, oh my God, D'Angelo loved me so much. He just like totally fell in love.
Question though, do you think that both people don't know it's a bad date though?
I think people can be a little oblivious to it. If they're going in with certain expectations, like I try to go into these situations where it's like no expectations other than just have fun and be organic, be authentic to who you are. So if you're kind of blind to that, then I don't know about that. So
I feel like we both would know.
Yeah, you both would know. Yeah. So what if the date went really well then? Kiss? You kiss at the end? Well, we might kiss at the end, but we're back here on Date Night Live. Date Night Live is coming back in just a bit. Date Night Live liver with Date Night Live that just wrapped up. D'Angelo, there was a kiss.
There was a kiss.
Desiree kind of got guilted into. I feel like Gino was like. Hey,
I think she wanted it though. She wanted. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he asked for it. Yeah, Gino was like, "Can I have a kiss now?"
Yeah, you kind of just go for those, bro.
But also, Lindsay and Bo had it as well too, where it was just kind of really forced. Yeah. But it ended with a kiss as well. Who knows where those two are sailing off into? But I'm really more concerned with Sean and Sherry because I don't even know how the date ended because there was a whole lot of expletives and it was all bleeped out. So I don't really know where their path leads.
It was expletives. I can't even speak right now, and then a knife.
Yeah,
I'm worried.
That sounds like the end of a really good date. I don't know. I don't know about all that, but it's really exciting. Yeah. I want to know what y'all think about who should go on a second date. Is it Gino and Desiree? Is it Lindsay and Bo? Maybe I want to see it. I kind of want to see Lindsay and Bo again. It was. I want to see
Lindsay and Bo for sure on the second day, and also. My guy Gino, man. I think he held it together.
Oh, they're definitely. It ended so well for them, from pizza to a proposal, maybe, kind of like Harpreet and Ganita.
Yeah. And that goes to show you I'm not always right. Just because I won't do pizza doesn't mean pizza doesn't work.
See?
You know what I mean?
There's a formula for that. Right. It might work anyways. Yeah. Listen, we've had so much fun hanging out with y'all. I had fun hanging out with this guy, too. I learned so much more about you and about how you put on certain prophylactics. Thanks, cousin. I'm Hannah Rad, D'Angelo here. Date Night Live.
Peace.
Liver.
Thank you, guys.
You put it on wrong, didn't you?